All right, cool. Today's song is Ice-T by KMOE. I do not know how to pronounce it, so I'm just gonna, say it. I did mildly script because yesterday's video was so full of uhs and ums that I felt that it was needed. I also just had a cup of coffee, so if you hear me like swallowing or whatever, um, it's just because I had a cup of coffee. Anyway, today's topic is I have like two names for them. Either social media like soapbox people or Instagram evangelicals. I think I'm gonna use the latter one since it has more of a kick to it. But we'll see. Anyway, these people are, it's one thing to like embody a point that you're making. I don't have a problem personally with the infographics and such that people like to post on their Instagram stories. That's fine. That's all. It's all good and dandy. If you're trying to really embody the points that are made in those, if it's something that you truly believe, I understand posting stuff like that. But if you are just doing it for clout, for some other reason other than trying to spread awareness for this, oftentimes it's to gain more followers, that kind of thing. Like I guess trying to appease the masses, but when in your actions you haven't embodied those points, these very because oftentimes they are on very important topics, you aren't embodying what these are shared by, and this isn't really like your stance, you're just posting it for clout. I have a problem when it gets to that point because if you don't believe this, you're tricking an entire audience of people into thinking it, which leads to kind of a disgenuine kind of relationship between poster and viewer, which is never, at least in my mind, it's never a great thing to see because, I like seeing genuine things like surrounding me. I want to know people's viewpoints. I want to know this kind of stuff. But when you're posting a bunch of infographics on your story and like reposting and trying to make a point of here is what I believe and then your actions counteract that, I feel like that is kind of a scummy practice and I personally don't like it. uh some people could say, oh well, it's their choice to post, your social media self is supposed to be your best self. Well, that just shouldn't be true. Your best self should be your personal self, the one that you actually are, not this persona that you're putting on. It's just disgusting. I'm not talking about the people who embody these points. I'm not talking about these people who genuinely believe these and are trying to spread the word of this stuff. I'm talking about the people who are just using it for fake internet points. It's just so like disgustingly, you know, yeah. I it's gotten to the point where like I know if I go to the Instagram like stories thing, I will see one of these, and deep down I'll know this person's not embodying these ideals. These people are just in evangelicals. They're preachers. They're preaching what a lot of people want to hear without actually embodying what they're preaching. Like a lot of like a lot of preachers, it's like a big thing to kind of like preach to, I guess, your social media audience without really thinking beforehand. I'm doing it right now, but when like when the curtains pulled on the actual happenings of your life, or their life, you'll find that it's not the true them who was posting that. It was their, I'm gonna get notoriety via my peers for posting this because I'm supporting this cause. And I feel like it's just, it shouldn't happen, really. I don't like to post a lot of I don't post any of those infographics, mainly for that reason of them being associated inside of my head with, very disingenuous things. I'm not going to go out and fact check these, all of these, and some of them are like very like factual and like, true, but there's literally like one for everything. There's one of these things just for any point that you want to make. There's one of these that are formatted nicely. They're all in like, like some like pretty font. They're all aesthetically pleasing. But for someone to go out and say, you know, like, this is what I believe, you need to fact check it first. And if you can, in the future, if you can fact check it and then link an article to the story, I know you can do it, so there's no reason not to show that it's like a factual thing, to show that it's like something that you like actually care about enough. You aren't just seeing it and reposting it. No, you need to, I feel like it should be, more things should have more effort put into them, and I believe that when you're at least like on this metaphorical soapbox, you should be fact checking your stuff with reputable sources, not ones that like really really support your arguments, the ones that are really reputable, the ones that are reporting on this stuff, like multiple websites, like I want that kind of information. I don't want to go on there, see, oh yeah, this happened, and then like because I am going to like talk about it with people, but if that thing that I'm taking as fact is actually just fabricated and like lies, and like it was just posted without a second thought because it made someone look good, then everyone's gonna look like a jackass. Like it's that kind of thing where people are putting so much kind of intent behind these posts, and so much clarity is like needed behind them, that it's really just crucial to have them fact checked. I haven't seen one yet with like an actual like like CNN or what is it, BBC, like those like watermarks, like or like links to that stuff. It's always just an infographic and then like some pretty caption or something. I don't know. I personally don't like them a lot. I feel like manipulating the internet is getting easier and easier, and I feel like people who are making those have the best intentions in mind. I just don't feel that a lot of people posting them or reposting them onto their stories are really embodying those ideals behind the post. Anyway, yeah. Please go check out Ice-T by KMOE. That's all one like name. I just don't know how Kamo. I don't know how to pronounce it, so I'm just gonna say KMOE. Really good song. Yeah. I hopefully I'll see you guys tomorrow, or talk to you, I guess.